All right, y'all. So I'm back with a quick video, man. I'm sitting out here, hanging out, looking at the sky. It's like a pinkish, bluish, and I was just out here with my camera. I was gonna take some photos of it, but the pinkish, bluish look that it had actually faded out by the clouds before I can actually get out here. And since I had my camera, I said, "How about we just, talk to the people today, man?" So, well, this evening, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm on the 90D. I'm on the 10 to 18. I'm at 5,000 on the ISO because this lens is not made for low light, but we're gonna get it done with this lens because this is the lens that was on my camera at the time. You get what I'm saying? But I was sitting out here and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that was on my mind, and that was gear. Gear was on my mind again today, and I was thinking about the fact that a lot of people see new gear come out and they always think that they have to have new gear in order to, I guess, stay relevant here on YouTube or to be up to par with everybody else, right? But one thing I want you guys to remember is that there's a lot of gear that's out here, and a lot of this gear, it all does the same thing. So, for instance, I give you an example. My favorite camera of all time is the one I'm shooting on, the Canon 90D. When I got my Canon 90D, I could have easily bought, any other camera. To be honest with you guys, I could have bought any camera I wanted, literally. And I'm not trying to say that to be on this little, I can do what I want type deal. I can buy, I got money. But to be honest with you, when I bought this camera, I had the option to buy any camera I wanted. I could have bought an A7S3, A7 IV. I could have bought some FX3, 30, whatever. I could have bought any camera I wanted because I budgeted for any camera that I wanted. You get what I'm saying? I budgeted for any camera. So my budget was pretty big to put a camera in that space, right? I said, you know what, my budget is going to be this, and whatever can fit in this gap, this budget, I'm going to, pick a camera based on that. And the only camera that kept popping into my mind, even though I was looking at a lot of cameras at the time, was this Canon 90D, because this was the camera that I always wanted with the Sigma 18 to 35. It was the camera that I always wanted, man, and I decided to pull the trigger on it. I say all that to say I did not let the hype of the Canon R7, I did not let the hype of all these other cameras get me. I didn't feel like I had to have the newest piece of gear out there to make these types of videos. And I tell you why. Because we all know, let's be straight up, we all know that we can create content on our phones. People do it every single day. People on Instagram, people on YouTube, people on, any type of social media platform. A lot of people just use their phones, man. So because of that, and on top of that, I was somebody who used my phone all the time. And because of this thought process right here, knowing that we can just do this stuff with our phones, I felt even more comfortable just buying the camera that I wanted, which was the 90D, because I already know that this camera can shoot the frame rates and shoot in the quality that I typically use. I am a 24 frames per second type of shooter, right? 4K, you know what I'm saying? And when I shoot in 1080, I only shoot 1080 60. And on top of that, I can upscale my 1080 60 to 4K 60 if I just wanted to off the Canon 90D, right? But I say all that again to say that we don't have to have the latest piece of gear. Having these cell phones should show you, when it comes down to cameras, that you do not have to have the most expensive camera that's out there. And man, guys, let me tell y'all something. Look at this sky. Hold on, let me get this. I'm going to record this sky right here, right now, because you guys need to see that. Look how nice this looks. Look at that. Look at how nice that looks. And this is what I've been out here looking at. It finally came back from around the clouds, or wherever it was hiding it. It came out the clouds again. But look at that. You see that? This is what I've been sitting out here looking at. But anyway, just to kind of stay back on topic, man, because I'm literally just out here hanging out. It's getting darker and darker as I talk. But you don't have to have the most newest piece of tech or piece of gear to create these videos. Trust me, right now, if you are somebody that's looking at getting into YouTube, and we're going to keep this on like cameras in general, because obviously cameras are what you need to create content. Trust me, right now in 2024, going into 2025, think about all the cameras that has been made from this past year all the way back to like 2021. Let's just go to 2021, or let's go to 2020 all the way up to current. Damn near every single one of those cameras can shoot in 4K, I'm pretty sure, and it may not be the sharpest image, You know, it may be a soft image or whatever the case may be, you know, but when you get it in post, you can fix it and do whatever it is that you want to do. But the moral of the story and what I'm just trying to convey is that you don't have to have the newest piece of gear in order to start creating these videos. You know, if you're sitting around and you're watching a bunch of camera YouTube videos or a bunch of videos and people talking about so many pieces of gear, which I do on my channel, I talk about a lot of different gear. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have any of the gear that you see on my channel to get started. You can buy the most inexpensive microphone as long as it has some good quality. You can use your cell phone and get it done, or you can buy, you know, a Sony ZV-1 or a Sony ZV-E10 or, you know, an A7C. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing talking headshots like this, it is very easy to get started. And I need to bump up my ISO again. Give me a second. Let's bump this ISO. Let's go to 60. Ooh, man. That's how you know that this 10-18 is not a good lens for low light, because I'm at 8,000 on the ISO. You see what I'm saying? But you don't have to have the latest and greatest, man. I don't know. It was just something on my mind and my thought process. I was sitting out here and I was like, man, I want people to jump into this content creation game. I don't know. I enjoy watching what people make, and I feel like the more people that's coming into YouTube or coming into this content creation game, the more opportunities I get to see something great. You see what I'm saying? So I'm one of those people who will give you all of the tricks of the trade from what I know, because I want to inspire you to get started. I want to inspire you to do this. I want you to jump into this game, because if you jump into this game and you're doing something good, 10 times out of 10 I'll see your content and I'll be impressed by it, and it'll help motivate me. So I basically feel like I want everybody to jump into content creation, because this is what's going to help it continue to evolve and get better. I don't want to be somebody who don't want to give you the game. I don't want to be somebody who want to tell you, hey, if you don't have this type of, you know, equipment, then you're not going to make it. No, I want to tell you that you don't have to have the latest and greatest, and you will make it here on YouTube, and you will make it in content creation, because yes, they say gear don't matter. Sometimes gear does, sometimes gear doesn't. I'm one of those people who can sit in the middle and say it doesn't matter, but then it does matter. You see what I'm saying? But I can tell you right now, speaking from a camera perspective, you can get by on YouTube with your phone. You can get by on YouTube with any of the Sony ZV-1s, ZV-E10s, A7Cs. A lot of these cameras, hell, you can even get by, again, with the Canon 90D. This is the camera that I shoot on. This is the camera I'm going to be shooting on for the next handful of years. You see what I'm saying? But you can get by with this. This 8,000 is, let's go to, ooh, I done bumped it up again. What's that, 10,000? Ooh, man, the 90D is showing y'all that it can get it done. You see what I mean? With a 10-18. But anyway, you know, maybe this video didn't make any sense. I just felt like getting this off my chest. But I also wanted just to convey that do not trip out on having the newest piece of tech or the newest piece of gear if you're somebody who want to get started. Don't wait to get started. Get started with what you have. You don't have to go out and spend, you know, $2,600 on a camera, you know what I'm saying, to get started. You can go on eBay. You can go anywhere and get something refurbished, get something renewed. Y'all know how I feel about that stuff. And you can get started. You can get started. You can get started on your phone. You can go out, again, jump on eBay, get you a used camera. You know what I'm saying? Get you something used and just get started. And the quicker you get started, the more you will grow, and the more you will understand what it is that you're doing in regards to content creation. You'll find yourself in the content that you're creating. You'll find yourself, and you'll see where you stand in content creation, and you can start to navigate and start to figure out what it is that you need to upgrade, what it is that you want to do, and what pieces of gear that you need. But the first thing you need to do is get started. Get you a quick camera, get you a nice mic, and start there, and a tripod. Camera, mic, tripod. Start there and just watch it grow. You see what I'm saying? So this video may not have made sense, but I was out here looking at this nice sky, and it's looking even more beautiful right now. But I was looking at this nice sky. This was on my mind. It's getting dark, as you can see. My ISO is pretty high. I'm at 12. I'm at 12,800 right now. I just boosted it up again just so we can end this video. But hopefully it made some sense. It may not have, man, but I'm just here to help, man, and I want to see everybody jump into the content creation game, because the more people jump into it, the more opportunities somebody like myself get to watch great content. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy watching new people all the time. I enjoy watching new content. I enjoy finding new people. I enjoy watching channels, you know, that got 100 and 200 subscribers because they make great content as well. Just because they got 200-300 subscribers don't mean that they don't make good content. And that's another thing too. Just because you jump in this game and your content isn't doing well at the beginning, don't worry about it. Keep creating. All right, that's the moral of the story. Start creating and keep creating. I think that's what it is. Start creating and keep creating. I think that's where I'm really trying to go with this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. It's getting dark, as you guys can see me. I'm going to go on back in the house. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. All right? I'm out of here. Peace.